You are listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report, episode 174.1, our daily update on high school, college, and professional sports in Central Indiana, with a little bit of national sports news, anything that may be of interest to Central Indiana sports fans.
You're listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report with your host, Greg Mengelt.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever you've chosen to listen to the Central Indiana Sports Report. We are thrilled that you're with us. Today is February 11, 2025. It's a Tuesday, so it's another day for the Central Indiana Sports Report. I'm your host, Greg Mengelt, and I love Central Indiana sports. Coming to you today from Madison Grant High School. Producer Susie is recovering, and she's in the control room at headquarters in Jeffersonville. It was a slow Monday in Central Indiana, but we still have a great segment coming up for you. The Elwood Panthers boys basketball team was in action, and Delta Swimming going for its third straight girls sectional championship. Plus, we look into a much busier Tuesday, including a full slate of boys basketball and the Final Four sectional championships in girls basketball. Plus, the Pacers, IU, Purdue, and Ball State are all in action on Tuesday. Before we get to that, please do us a huge favor. You have no idea how much it helps if you go like, subscribe, or follow us. We're on SoundCloud, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and YouTube. Just search Central Indiana Sports Report. We are easy to find. Also, we've been a little slow lately. That has ended today. Coming up this week, we will have more girls basketball, more boys basketball, more swimming, more wrestling, as well as Will Rutherford's 5 questions that need answers, Hanson Crafton's combat sports report, and maybe Eric and Ryan for some college football, but they seem to have what I had. So that one is definitely in question. We also have some really cool stuff coming up for you in the next few weeks. Some major announcements on some of the coverage that we're going to be adding so that the 2025-26 version of the Central Indiana Sports Report is even better than this year. Enough of that. Now the reason that you came. Elwood picked up its first road win of the victory, going to Indianapolis and beating GEO Next Generation 59-31 on Monday evening. The Panthers had 3 players in double figures and another with 9 points. Junior Braden Etchison led the way with 11. Sophomore Jackson Gordon and senior Jaden Mullins scored 10 points apiece, and junior Cam Gallegos had 9 in the win. The victory ends the Panthers' 8-game losing streak, and they host winless Southern Wells on Tuesday. Also on Tuesday, 10-8 Western goes to 11-4 Oak Hill in a good one. 9-8 Frankton hosts winless Wabash. 16-1 and 4th-ranked Anderson goes to 14-4 Noblesville. 13-5 LaPel is at 13-4 Taylor in another big area game. Liberty Christian continues its tough schedule at 3A number 3 Cathedral. 8-8 Mississinawa hosts 6-12 Pendleton Heights. 11-7 Blackford hosts 7-10 Westdale. 8-8 Marion is at 7th-ranked Warsaw. Anderson Prep is 12-5 and hosts 2-13 Knightstown. 6-9 Madison Grant can surpass last year's win total with a win at 10-6 Shenandoah. 2-12 Cowan hosts 4-10 Union City in a Mid-Eastern Conference game. 5-13 Alexanders at 1-15 Burris. And Class 2A number 2 Wapahani hosts 10-6 Eastern Hancock with a chance to improve to 6-0 in the MEC. Also in our coverage region, number 2 Greenfield Central is 17-2 and is at home against 6-11 Franklin Central. 13-3 and 5th-ranked Westfield visits 14-4 Harrison in West Lafayette. 10-7 Pike visits 12-4 Mount Vernon. Joe Luce's 12-4 Tippecanoe Valley Vikings go to 7-10 North Miami. 10-10 Seton Catholic hosts 5-8 Randolph Southern. 10-10 Hamilton Southeastern is at 14-6 Indianapolis Metropolitan. And 3A, number 5, Garin Catholic is at 3A, number 4, New Pal, in what should be a really good one. Garin is 17-3, New Pal is 18-2. To girls swimming on Monday, Delta won the Jay County sectional for its third straight sectional title. The Eagles won 11 events and had 3 1-2 sweeps in the victory. Norwell was second, Huntington North third, Jay County fourth, and South Adams finished fifth. Burris was seventh as a team, Muncie Central 10th, and Blackford 11th. Delta went 1-2 in the 200 and 500 freestyles with sophomores Olivia Jackson and Camry Hensley. Jackson was also part of the victorious Delta freestyle relay teams for 4 victories on the day. Junior Eleanor Groves was part of the Eagles championship medley relay and 200 freestyle relay teams and also won the 50 and 100 freestyle races. Delta also had the top 2 in diving with junior Greer Backus and senior Ava West. They'll participate in Tuesday's diving regional at Hamilton Southeastern. They'll be joined by local divers Hamilton Heights senior Campbell Lively Mason, the Fisher sectional champion, plus Oak Hill senior Abby Sneed and Northwestern senior Taylor Schmidt. We will have a full girls swimming and diving sectional recap and state finals preview later this week. Plus, we'll have the diving results from Hamilton Southeastern on Wednesday's daily update. 4 of the 64 girls basketball sectional championships were moved to Monday after treacherous weather over the weekend in the north part of the state. In 4A, Snyder repeated as sectional champions, beating Northrop 48-37 at Northrop. And third-ranked Homestead blasted Huntington North 63-27 at Homestead. And in Class A, number 5 Tri-County advanced with a 53-27 win over Pioneer at West Central. And number 9 Fremont beat Fort Wayne Blackhawks 61-44 at Bethany Christian. So all of the girls basketball regionals are set. And in Class 2A at Caston at 4 o'clock on Saturday in the single game regionals, number 3 Alexandria will play in its first regional since 2002 and will be going for its first regional championship since 2000. The 25-1 Tigers face 23-2 and second-ranked Rensselaer Central on Saturday at Caston. Rensselaer beat North Montgomery 67-26 Saturday to win its first sectional since 2013. At Lapel, 24-1 and 11th-ranked Sheridan puts its 22-game winning streak on the line when it faces 19-6. Lewis Cass, the Kings, upset Oak Hill in Saturday's championship game at Lapel. At Decatur Central in the 4A regional, 19-6 Pendleton Heights looks for its first regional title since 2009 when it faces 15-8 Lawrence North. Lawrence North upset defending state champion Lawrence Central Saturday in the championship game. Pendleton beat Anderson 67-25, then beat Mount Vernon, which had beaten them by 22 points earlier in the year, 59-21. The winners advanced to the semi-state next Saturday. 17-7 Delta will play for its first regional title ever when they play 16-8 Maconaquah at West Dell Saturday at 7. The Eagles won their first sectional in 33 years by beating rival Yorktown 61-44 Saturday. Maconaquah is 16-8 and has never won a regional championship either. And in Class A, 17-9 Anderson Prep will play in its first regional ever in program history. The Jets take on 7-17 Greenwood Christian at Southmont at 1 o'clock. The Cougars were regional champions in 2020 and 2021. Like I said, it was a very slow Monday. All we really had in national sports news is the Indiana Mad Ants were beaten 121-113 by the College Park Skyhawks on Monday. Indiana's Ray J. Dennis had a game-high 29 points. College Park's Kevin Harris had 21 points and 15 rebounds and had a double-double before halftime. It's a much busier Tuesday in Central Indiana, including the full boys basketball slate and the diving regionals that I mentioned earlier. The Pacers are also back in action, as are IU's, Purdue's, and Ball State's men's basketball teams. And IU Kokomo has a men's women's doubleheader at Oakland City. Big game for the 29 and 22 Pacers, who host 34 and 18 New York Knicks on Tuesday at home. The game is on TNT. The Pacers have the best record in the NBA in 2025 at 13 and 4. The Knicks are 7 and 2 in their last 9 games and are third in the East, 4.5 games ahead of fourth place Indiana. In the NBA on Monday, Luka Doncic made his Lakers debut, scored 14 points, had 5 rebounds, and 4 assists in a 132-113 win over Utah. LeBron James also returned and had 24 points and 8 assists. Big game in the Big Ten for Purdue Tuesday. The 7th-ranked Boilermakers look to stay on top of the Big Ten when they go to 18 and 5, and 20th-ranked Michigan at 7 o'clock. Purdue is 11 and 2 in the Big Ten, and the Wolverines are a half game back. IU looks to end a 5-game losing streak Tuesday night in East Lansing against number 11 Michigan State. The Hoosiers are 14 and 10, 5 and 8 in the Big Ten. The Spartans are 19 and 4, 10 and 2, tied with Michigan a half game behind Purdue atop the Big Ten. The Boilermakers and Hoosiers can both be seen Tuesday night on the Peacock app. Ball State has been playing well and hosts Eastern Michigan on Tuesday at Worthen Arena. The Cardinals have won 2 of their last 3, the only loss coming by 8 points in a very competitive game against MAC leading Akron on the road. They are now 11 and 12 overall after Saturday's 77-76 win over Southern Miss. Eastern Michigan is also 11 and 12 and has lost 3 of its last 4. The IUK men and women go to Oakland City on Tuesday evening. The Cougars men are 16 and 8 and have won 3 straight. Oakland City is 6 and 18. The game is scheduled for 7:30. After that, the 8 and 15 IUK women will play the Mighty Oaks women. The Oaks are 15 and 8. And now you know everything we know about Central Indiana sports. Thank you so much for listening. Please do us a huge favor and tell a friend about the Central Indiana Sports Report. Try it.
I can't.
The Central Indiana Sports Report is a product of ITG Media.
Yes.
Tell everyone that Greg loves Susie.
What?
Just say Greg loves Susie.
Greg loves Susie.
Thank you so much, Maya. I appreciate it.